Bring them in. Bring them in. Bring them in. Are you rolling with us here tonight? There we go. We were doing Zoom happy hours during COVID, and everybody would come on the happy hours for the podcast that we were doing.
It was a time where you really couldn't go out and do anything, and it was a cool way to kind of get people together and really connect and have some fun.
Give me your nuts! Woo!
During the happy hours, I could see everybody up top on the screen. I think Colcutt sent me a message and he said, "Do you see this fat Perez guy?"
I hop on this thing thinking, all right, I'll try this thing out. I'm working late at work.
I look up on the Zoom call, and there's about like 50 people in there, and I see Fat Perez.
You know, I put the Fat Perez name up because I don't want to like put my real name up when I'm at the office for whatever reason.
And I say, you know what? We got a new guy in the house tonight, Fat Perez, which was the name on there. We got a new character in the place that I want to get over to. Fat Perez looks like an absolute ball buster, so we might get the Fat Perez here tonight. Whitney Greer, that's always good to see. Now, Fat Perez checking in here from work tonight. Fat Perez.
It's not good, Bob.
Can you do a toast here to the brilliantly dumb faithful?
My asshole manager drank all the beer in the kitchen fridge. That was a new development this evening. Him and I are going to have a little conversation about that because he certainly didn't buy the beer. It's his kitchen, I guess, but it's my beer. So,
Perez, can I just say that the flow is phenomenal?
Yeah, Perez. By the way, I did not even see you join the Patreon. I had no idea when you came. Where did you come
legend.
from, Perez?
It's not the real name, you know. I mean, it's not the billing name on the card. So, it's the Insta handle. So that's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Perez, I really like you. I think we're going to be bringing in Perez a lot this evening.
He became a regular on it, and Bob would pan to him through different episodes. Yeah, next week, great.
Hey, I'll do it. I'll eat 2 dinners tonight. I had a plan, but I'll go over to Ezra too.
And then it was like the week after, so I kept just kind of coming and different characters and stuff that you get used to in the thing. It was very unique.
Played some courses that Fat Perez has no business being on the property.
We were talking about no business. You should have seen us this weekend.
Not only would I be asked to leave, but the member would be asked to
leave. He crushed it when we panned it over to him. He showed up onto more and more happy hours.
And like he really became like a fan favorite and like somebody who we thought was actually really funny and just like a genuine dude. Then at some point a little bit down the line, they were going down to Pinehurst. Perez actually DM'd me. It was like a really innocent way of just being like, hey, I'd love to kind of meet up with you guys and have a drink and like shoot the shit and like have a good time. And I was like, yeah, dude, absolutely. He seemed like just, you know, a totally just genuine fun guy.
Perez, you son of a bitch. If you're at Pinehurst this weekend, we are fucking getting after it. And I hate to tell you anything otherwise. You are definitely going to be part of the content. Let me tell you right now, it is going to be magnificent.
So I met him on the putting green and we got, you know, God knows Bob's got that video.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Patreon faithful member right there. There's our guy showing up to the golf course. Is Fat Perez out of nowhere.
How did you play? All right.
We went for a drink. You know, one thing led to another. We had a blast.
Drink led to dinner.
We kind of asked him, what is your handicap? And, you know, what do you shoot?
He says, yeah, I'm a 2 handicap. The guy that we were with, back 9 Chuck, dropped his fork.
Dude, look at you like, no way you're a fucking 1 to 2 handicap. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of am. And he's like, oh, I kind of am.
So if you're 2 handicap, I'll meet you on Pinehurst number 2 tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
And it was a Monday. I was like, fuck, like I should go back home and go to work.
Perez called off work, as he naturally did. And he showed up to Pinehurst too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fat Perez is just starting to throw darts.
Not only did he golf well, I think he shot like even par 1 over on like the hardest course, Pinehurst number 2.
Perez. Oh, here comes the stripe show. Here comes the stripe show.
But he also was like pounding beers.
Puts down the Powerade. That ain't Powerade, I can assure you. And Perez is just living right now.
Hey now, Manny, can the big fella swing it or can the big fella?
Good swing.
Yeah.
Good swing.
Likes what he sees. Look at the big fella walking it down. The big cotton candy just letting that lettuce flow here in the North Carolina breeze.
They were like, all right, fuck, this guy really is like a 1 or 2 handicap, and he's just out here smoking cigars and like slamming beers and like hitting, like, what is this fucking guy? And it became like very evident right out of the gate that this guy was exactly the sauce that we needed.
And he lit the fucking place up. And that's how I met Fat Perez.
Like to start with wedges right off the bat, which I totally understand. For me, I like to start with the 7 or 8 iron, and the reason I do that is I want to get kind of a medium swing right off the bat. I want to see which way the ball's moving. If I'm hitting a little left to right today, I know right away. If I'm hitting a little right to left, I know right away. If I'm coming out to warm up before I play, that's what we're going with today.
I'll tell you what, the thing with Perez is you wouldn't know by looking at the guy, but this guy has finesse. He's got a lightweight, feathery touch, which kind of contrasts the way that he looks, but it's there, dog.
It's one of the smoothest swings I've seen in golf. Doesn't force it, still gets enough on it. He's just got finesse, he's got the class, he's got the grace, and he's a wild son of a bitch at the same time.
Traditional warm-up's done. Now we move into the most important warm-up, and that is the buzz.
Today's not about me. Today's not about the Caesar Rabbit. Today is about Fat Perez knocking it down, and he will.
I like about 2.5 Coronas before I start every round. It's a sweet spot. Finishing my 3rd on the first hole, and success after that.
As far as my golf game goes, I've been playing the game my entire life. Since I could walk. It's been in my family, on my dad's side of the family, grandfather, his father, all that shit. So I never had a choice. Golf was always my #1 sport.
213 playing 230 up the hill. Some trouble up there too.
Like I played baseball, played Little League, soccer, all that stuff, but it was always golf. So it was like, you know, when the Little League coach told my dad that my golf swing was fucking up my baseball swing, well, I'm not playing baseball anymore.
Where's the layup going to put me? If I put a layup up here, I'm not going to be able to see the surface of the green. It's not going to be an easy wedge shot. So to me, I want to get the ball up there on this one as close as I can, if not on, instead of leaving kind of a blind wedge shot. I think if this was an even hole, I'd probably lay up here. Work.
Watch this thing.
Work.
Oh, that thing worked really well. Get up. Oh. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. Get up the hill.
I knew if we brought anybody onto the channel, we wanted it to be a shoe-in. Good ball, young man. Good ball. We weren't even looking for anybody, but when we met Perez, it just was a no-brainer. It came so organic, so natural. He fit in us. We had a blast with him.
It's a lot of sauce. It's a lot of cheese on this burrito.
As far as his game goes, obviously he's a stick, but he just stays in one lane the whole time.
She a runner, she a track star.
Never gets too high, never gets too low.
Clock out for lunch, eat a burrito, clock in on the next tee.
He'll shoot the quietest 2-under you've ever seen in your life.
Don't make it.
Go.
Make it.
Go in the hole.
Don't make it.
Oh, baby. Woo. All right.
But I do like to have a good time.
3 Corona Premiers. I'd love a turkey sandwich, if we can do that. And we'll do a hot dog with mustard only, please. Thank you.
Absolutely love the party aspect of golf. But I'm a competitive guy. I love the game. And as funny as he is, and as like, you know, just a lovable guy he is, I don't think people realize just how much of a stick he is, and his demeanor on the golf course is what sets him apart. He's just always focused, dialed in.
125. This is not quite a full pitching wedge, which I like. I like kind of holding off wedges like this. So back pin, you don't want to be long. Try to do a little 3/4.
And I just ran out.
kind of fall right, a couple bounces. Oh!
It's gonna be on the.
Be my sweet Valentine.
Very nice.
There it is.
I'm not normal in a lot of ways.
You know I love the drone. It's part of my thing here. It's how I pull my weight around here. It's why I get respect from guys like you, Jed, you and Ticket. I got a little extra level of respect with you boys because, you know, I'm really kind of part of the production team. You know, if we really want to get down to it. I give the shots that that you fucking humans on the ground can't get.
He's just a step above. Like, he just doesn't get, I don't know, the pressure doesn't get to him. It's like we'll be in these big spots and like he comes up big.
Clean the ball up. Usually take a look from the backside, give it one from the side. Looking at the side just for uphill, downhill. This one's obviously uphill. Taking a little look, kind of running off this side.
You need to go out and beat me. I'm not gonna just give you holes a lot of the times.
Bingo. Get it. Wow. He's
Just like that. Just like that.
So, Perez verse. There's see a lot of comments on our videos, on other people's videos, talking about either how all the YouTube golfers stack up compared to each other, how the YouTube golfers of the world stack up against me specifically. People I should go play matches. You should play Perez. You should play a match against this guy. You should play a match against this guy. Well, fuck it. You know, let's do it. I want to go out and I want to play some competitive golf. So
Everybody out there, Instagram stars, athletes, celebrities, tour players that are willing to give me some strokes, come out. Perez verse. Throw the gauntlet down. Let's play some golf. Let's play a match. The people want to see it. How do you stack up against the big guy? That's what the world wants to know. You afraid of this? You afraid of this?
let's stop talking about who's the best and let's start showing who's the best. I went back and forth about like, hey, I got a good job, stable, you know, I'm an accountant for the police force. The other, what is that, other guys? Yeah. You know, it's the most stable thing I can think of. It's an accountant for a police force.